this evening. But we're gonna get this done. Let me get this rear end on. I think I can get it. I ran into a couple problems. I think I can make it work. May not put it on today. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I was trying to sleep, so I gotta be careful. I didn't get enough noise. Let's disconnect the bottom. All right. See that there? That's good for now. Good. Ow. So I used the plasma cutter earlier today on the CT2050, and I gotta say, it made some pretty nice cuts. And of course now I gotta put my try and be a little quieter than what I've been. Apparently I'll be keeping some of the up. There we go. Bedtime reminder. Fuck that. Put you guys down here. Recording. Everything looks good. Good. All right. got these all plasma cut, I am going to take them and shape them the best way I can / know how. Low battery. No bueno. Once again. So, now I've got these rear end brackets, which are giant brackets. I got them plasma cut. And they came out pretty good, but I do need to shape them because they're not exactly in a great shape. I would like to make them a little bit cleaner. Nothing too crazy, just around the edges a little bit. I'm going to make one, and then I'll match the other one. I am feeling kind of special today. Go. Is Craftsman still good? I'll be honest with you, the only reason why I did buy them is because, well, for $99, I got a 4 amp hour battery, another 2 amp hour battery, and the grinder. So, for the money, yes, they're good. But compared to other brands, I'm going to have to say no. You can get better brands, you just got to spend more money. That looks pretty good. I'll clean it up a little more, but in order to fit it, this will work just fine. Fucker, that hurt. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, all right. I'm looking at the flipping comment. Would you chill out? I'm building a go-kart. Anyways, pretty quick pretty quick cleanup there. Now, I come to find out that this cutout is too small. However, I am going to, well, let's look at the rear end, shall we? I want to make sure that these holes line up. As long as these holes line up, I should be able to tack these back together and drill these holes. Let me see if they are even close. Yeah, to be fair, am I line up properly? No, they do not line up properly. At least not close enough. So, how far off am I? Be right back. Center to center, I am at roughly 4.423 inches. 4.423 inches. Okay. So I'm at 4.423 inches according to my measurement. That's where I went wrong. When I drew these, I went 4.423 inches edge to edge. I do have a motor in mind, but I'm keeping that a secret. So you're gonna have to subscribe to find out. All right, so I'm going to put, I gotta find the center. Soapy Stone. Keep that 4.423. I have to find the center and mark it. 1.32. Half of that. $1.32 divided by 2. What's 32 divided by 2? 16. What's 13 divided by 2? I have to make damn sure that these holes match up, because if they don't, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to have to fill them and then do it again. .423. Right about there. And that ends up being almost at the center of that one as well. There we go. And then I have to measure in however many inches I want to go in. There we go. I'm going to make a little paint marker dot right there, right there. So I'm going to drill, I know I said I was going to tack them together, but I'm going to drill one to make sure this one works. I need to take my whole saw bit out. Let's go over here. You can come with me. Oops. There you go. Oh, drill bits. There they are. I need to drill a tiny bit larger. 7/8 or 7/16. That'd be 29/64. Fourths. These are split point, one on 32 degree or one on 23 degrees, something like that. Okay. I'm gonna have to be pretty accurate with these. Tomato, you are amazing yet again. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, hopefully that lines up. Now I just gotta go see if this fits. As long as it fits, it ships. Be right back. Nope. No such luck. I put the holes a little too far away, too close to the corner. That's frustrating. All right, well, I know what I can do. I was going to kind of wait for this, but I can slot it. Go from here. What kind of lubricant are you using? CRC. Okay. Well, I kind of put these holes a little too far back, but I can save it because I kind of intended to do this anyways. I just didn't think about it. I'm gonna slot this. That way I can move it back and forth in order to do tightening of the chain. Because I'm gonna need to take that slack up. I don't feel like putting a chain tensioner in, especially in that short span. So, no. I'm gonna try and do that. The holes line up, they're just too far back. I'll be honest, I'm kind of losing a little bit of momentum here. I'm getting tired. Getting tired. So I need to keep this the same. So I'm going to, I got a hole. Well, where are you at? Where's the camera? There's the camera. There's the camera. So I've already got a hole here. I'm gonna slide it and make a hole here, and then I'm also gonna make a hole back here. But I need to give myself a point to aim for, because yeah. I keep this. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to put a slot that way. I can only go one direction. I'm an idiot. All right, I'm still doing a slot. So. Go, there's that one. And yes, that one is different. Okay. So I'm going to do a slot there. Where is my tapey tape? Oh, that'll work. Also need to do it from the same distance away. So from the very edge, we're going to go 1/4 inch. And it just so happens I put them in the same set. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. What the hell? Three-eighths of an inch. And 3/8 of an inch. Okay. Let's try that. This is going to be fun and interesting. This is where the fabrication stuff, this is what takes the most time. This is why I wanted to get this build going early, because I know how I am with things. I'm tired today. I think I might get this done, and then I might go to bed, catch up. I did not sleep well last night at all, as if I sleep well at all. But I think my students will tell you that I don't freaking sleep. Might be a welder thing. I don't know. There. No bubble. Okay. Looks pretty good. Definitely a little closer on this one. Okay. All right. So. All right, so I definitely got these off by a little bit. One's a little wider than the other, but at least it looks straight. That's kind of like the hardest part of it. So now what I gotta do is I gotta take my die grinder, get in here and sever the connection and smoothen everything out. Hopefully my grinding wheel works. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, that's it. Okay. Grinding wheel on here. That's not a grinding wheel. Shit. Where is it? That's nice, but that's not gonna work. Oh no. I don't know where I put it. God dang it. New plan. Oh, I don't know where my grinding wheel got to for this, but I got a Dremel. It's gonna take me longer, but it's gonna get it done. Eventually. Excuse you. This is absurd. Well, I guess to say that blade is dull. You people, and you're retracting your messages. Well, I'm going to play with danger. Use this blade. I hate these blades on these things, by the way. They're like jugular cutters. It's really bent. That was a little bit scary. That's also why I don't like using them, is because they wear out very quickly. Alright, well, I guess I'm out of those. I have another tool. I was just going to avoid using it for now, but now's a better time than any. Not assuming I know where it's even fucking at. I need to get a carbide bit kit. Well, there's not a lot of these. pretty sure this bit is long gone. I've used this a lot. I got a freshie. Right now I'm making brackets to bolt my rear end to my frame of my go-kart. It's just taking me a while to make slots. I think I'm killing it. Uh-oh. I think I smoked it. Oh dear. No, it's actually a rear axle. Well, that's like melted. Oh, it pays to have the right tool for the right job. And I don't have it. This is taking me far too long. What day is it? Wednesday? I need to take a break. I think it's time. Oh. I think it's time to break down and buy a carbide bit kit for my freaking die grinder. It's about that time. But no, these are actually rear axle mounts. I'm making them out of 3/8 plate. One, because it's what I have, but also two, because I like to really overbuild things. So while I'm sitting here, anybody have any questions? Something they want to see? I did the same thing last night. I ended up trying to TIG weld with a tungsten as a filler metal. So oh, that's kind of late. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill out a little bit. I think I earned it this week. I've been working nonstop. I wanted to let you guys know that I have started my first week on my new job. Been home. I had not quite everything ready for me to go out on the road yet. Still working out a couple things. So I'll be home. Oh, sorry. I'll be home for the rest of this week and probably like half of next week, and then I'm gonna start traveling. So stay updated on that stuff, because I'll show you guys where I am, and I can't give you details exactly of what I'm doing, but I might be able to give you enough details to kind of explain stuff. Because one thing I do plan on doing with this new job is, obviously I'm gonna be traveling a lot more. I'm probably gonna be staying in hotels and lodges and stuff. And I'm still gonna get on and answer questions like this, and I'm trying to come up with a we'll call it a mobile setup, so I can do small stuff while I'm traveling, because I just can't help myself. See, I'm in June. I really planned on having this thing as a roller last week, but things got busy. Really busy. So I wasn't able to do that. But what I am going to be able to do is I'm pretty confident I'll have this thing as a roller by the end of this week. Maybe minus steering. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out the whole steering thing. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see how that goes. But I think it's time I buckle down and buy a carbide bit set, because then I'll be able to make these slots a whole hell of a lot easier. That'll be tomorrow's ordeal. I gotta run out tomorrow anyways, so I know exactly where to get it. Well, that's all I got for today. Tomato, thank you for the support. Everybody else, thank you very much for watching. That is just as much support as I need, but if you want to throw in a tip or a super chat, you know, feel free, don't feel obligated. But Tomato, I very much appreciate it. Let's see, tomorrow night. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Probably about the same time, probably about 10 o'clock. I'm gonna make them slots, and then I'm gonna fabricate the rest of the reinforcement that I'm gonna use for this. I'm probably not going to use all of that metal. I'm probably gonna cut them way down. We'll see. I also need to get, you know what, I should probably go online and see if I can get adapters for that. So I need wheel spacers. The axle is too narrow. It's just wide enough, but it's not as wide as I would want it. It's about 4 inches narrower on the rear end than it is on the front end. So I want to even that out. Even if it's a little wider on the front, I'm okay with that. I just want it to be wider out back. So I might see if I can get some 2-inch spacers for cheap. I probably can. Where am I at on my budget? I'll have to check my spreadsheet. I think I'm getting close. It's a $500 budget. Between the wheels and tires that I got, the rear axle, and the steering setup, along with tie rods and wheel adapters, everything else got out of my backyard. I got to be somewhere around $325. I've already got the engine. That was free. I just hope it works, otherwise I'm going to be over budget. I'll be screwed. No, not necessarily. I do have a plan B. It's not a solid plan B, but it's a thought. All right, time for me to close this up. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to stay tuned, tune in tomorrow night, probably the same time, be a little bit more action. I'll have a little bit more energy. I did not sleep well last night, so I'm kind of fighting that. Alrighty, I'll see you later.